day one, and we are crossing the Bridge of the Gods. Hello friends, it is day one and we are at camp. You can see back there we have a hammock and a tent. It's kind of weird, but very comfortable in my hammock. We had a very nice first day. We started at the Bridge of the Gods and met a couple already that's hiking, which we haven't had a lot of experience meeting people on the trails that we do, so that was cool. And we did about 7.8 miles and it was all pretty nice, lots of up, but we made it and we are just taking it easy these first few days, trying to get our bodies used to this and trying to let some of the snow melt up north a little bit more. So good day overall. We had our favorite meal of chili mac for dinner and we are all tucked in and ready for bed. So we will check in tomorrow. Hello friends, it is the morning of day two and we are about, 3 to 4 miles in. We had a pretty big climb this morning and it is totally socked in up here, but look at all the wildflowers back there. It's so beautiful. So we can't see out. I'm sure there's something really pretty that's probably supposed to be out there, but all we see are clouds. We slept super good and we're only doing about 11.7 miles today, where Mom and Kurt should be able to pick us up where we can go and stay in a hotel and get showers. We are absolutely soaked. I don't even know if it's raining, but we're like in a cloud and everything is wet and overgrown. So super exciting stuff. Hello friends, it is the end of day two. Mom and Kurt kind of accidentally met us at the wrong road, but it turned out kind of perfect because we're slack packing. We had about 1.3 miles left, I think, at that point, so not a bad accident at all. We have had a pretty great day. We got, I think I explained earlier, I don't think it's rain, but we were definitely damp all day long. Luckily all of our stuff is made to dry out fast, so that's happening now. You can see I put my raincoat on. There is, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a stream way down below us, but you can't see it really. We just passed a super cool camp spot up here though would have been a great one to stay at. But the hotel and hot shower and good food will be even better. So that is our plan for the evening, and we will check in tomorrow. Hello friends, it is day 3. We are a little over 8 miles into our day. Last night we got spoiled with venison burgers that Mom cooked up and hot showers, and just kind of got everything all packed up because they are moving on from Cascade locks. We're camping tonight at Panther Creek Campground and meeting them up there. Pretty cool. Marty and I just get to walk right up to it. This morning we had about 4 miles, I think, of some pretty steep up with a lot of really interesting blowdowns. Those are pretty tricky for me. I mean, probably everyone, but only 5 feet tall. So like some stuff that people could just like boop, boop, step over. I'm like straddling the tree, you know, and really hoping that my body weight isn't the thing that's gonna make it continue its tumble down the hill that is on the other side. But made it out with no injuries. So doing good, feeling good. We're so spoiled right now. We don't have like anything in our packs, so we are slack packing, which is great. Really giving us a good chance to have our bodies warm up without just jumping in like most people have to do. So we recognize that we are pretty lucky for that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep on walking here. Check in later and see how the rest of the day goes. Day 4. We are about 3 miles into our day, and it started off with another butt kicker. I think we gained like 2,000 feet, like a little under 3 miles or something like that. So, whew, it's kind of leveling out a little bit, and then we've got about 2,000 more feet to go up. But we had such an amazing night. The end of the trail yesterday was pretty nice, really well maintained. Not super hilly or anything. We had to walk probably about 0.75 mile to the campground. And when we got there, Mom was like warming up water so we could clean up, and had a tent set up so we could go in and do that. And she started making us this spaghetti feast to include salad and garlic toast. And Kurt had a fire going. So we had a super lovely evening. We are really gonna miss them when they're gone, but they're stuck with us for a few more weeks, so Pretty excited for today. We are probably going to be getting some views of snow. We don't really expect to be walking through it today, but we do expect to be walking through it tomorrow, which is going to be a whole other beast. But definitely looking forward to seeing it in the distance today. And we should be able to see, I think, Mount Adams and Mount Hood, but we'll see. It's kind of overcast, so I don't know, but we are doing about 15.9 miles today. We did about 15 yesterday, a little bit over, so our biggest day so far. But again, slack packing. Mom and Kurt should be able to meet us tonight. We're staying in Trout Lake the next 3 nights, actually, so looking forward to it. And hopefully we'll be checking in with some pretty views here in a little bit. There it is, friends. Our first view of Mount Adams and snow. Don't worry, we're not hiking to the top of that. We're walking around the base of it. There's Mount Hood, friends. I have no idea where we hike on that one, but we're not going to see it again for about a month because it's in Oregon and we're headed north, so don't have to worry about it for a while, but it sure is pretty. Hello, friends. It's day 5 and look what we found. Yeah. We have our micro spikes on, so not too bad really navigating on it. However, as you can see, where's the trail? Yeah, it's under the snow. So we're using our Far Out app a lot to find the trail. Had a pretty good night last night, but that drive into Trout Lake, if you want to really know how in the middle of nowhere we are, drive out to Trout Lake sometime because it was very interesting to say the least. And today we met a northbound hiker, the first one, and he's from Ann Arbor, of course, so that's pretty crazy. But anyway, I just thought I would show you the snow. I gotta keep on trucking, but we're doing about 16.9 miles today, and I'm not really sure how much of it is going to look like this, but it hasn't been too bad yet. Our micro spikes make it pretty easy to walk on. It's really just figuring out where the trail is under all the snow, so we'll check in later. Hello, friends. We just got to this, must be an old wildfire site, but it is strangely beautiful in here. Also, I just fell through the snow into a little creek. is day 6 and we are almost done with our day. Yesterday we did our longest day so far. It was 16.9 miles and it was quite difficult. I'm certain we did more miles than that because in the snow you cannot see where you're going and you don't know where the trail is. So we followed footsteps when we could and of other hikers, but there was only like 2 sets and sometimes they didn't know where they were going either. So it was a long day. It took us about an hour longer than we thought, but could have been way worse. We had 2 water crossings too. One took us a minute to figure out how to get around, but we figured it out. There was a log. The other option was a snow bridge, and it was directly in the sun, and it was decently warm yesterday, so we were pretty afraid of that because if we fell through it would have been some pretty big rocks and very, very cold water because it's just like melt off from the snow. So long story short, we shimmied across the log, got a few battle wounds out of it, but no casualties otherwise. So the next one we just had to walk through, and that was freezing, but luckily we've done the Tough Mudder a few times. I think the Arctic enema kind of prepared us for that, and our feet maybe kind of liked it. So I mean, it was really painful and freezing, but they probably needed that. So yeah, we're only doing 14.1 miles today, almost done. No snow really, a couple small patches, and sounds like we are going to be switching up our plans moving forward because while there's no snow today, there's a boatload tomorrow around one of those big beautiful mountains I keep showing you, Mount Adams. So we're gonna work on a plan C and we'll see where we check in from next. Hello friends, it is day 7 and that's the Bridge of the Gods. You see that back there? Look familiar? We have flipped back down to Cascade locks, trying to avoid some of that snow up in Mount Adams. There is way too much and the temperatures are way too hot, which means dangerous and just something that we're not comfortable with. So when the snow melts that fast, your traction devices can't really do anything, and we just don't really have any interest in all that. So we are flipping back down and gonna try to go southbound through Oregon, and then our plan will be to flip back up to Washington and try to finish Washington before we then flip back down to California to do California. So I think this is the year of the many flip-flops, but we are trying to make it work and see what we can and do what we can and have fun doing it and be safe. So we will check in when we can. Tomorrow we are starting on an alternate route on the Eagle Creek Trail. It's about 14.9 miles straight up to 5,000 feet from basically sea level down here. So it is going to be pretty wicked, but there are several waterfalls we're excited to see, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. We did a little over 80 miles in our first week. This is day 7 for those who are unclear on that. And we did a 0 day today so that we could flip back down here and get our planning done and, you know, make plan C and see where that gets us. So here's hoping there's not a plan D.